Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel, Well Able Women. I'm your host, Tsitsi. I'm so glad to be here.
We are living strong and bold, walking in faith more precious than gold. God has called, and we arise with grace and power. We touch the sky.
If you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you are here. This is a place where we talk about all growth. This is a place where we talk about building each other spiritually, financially. This is a place where we talk about growth. So our identity in Christ, and today I have another topic that may help us to attain the financial freedom that we are really trying to reach. So, last month I was invited to speak on how to handle finances in our homes. So I just thought maybe I should share some of the items with you here today. If you have a problem with impulse buying, I've got your back today. Impulse buying is just when you buy something that you haven't budgeted for, or when you just find yourself attracted to this one thing, whether you need it or you don't need it, you end up buying it. Yes, so that's impulse buying. So I've got you covered today because I'm going to talk about how to deal with that. I think past week I watched a movie where it was a very rich family where this one lady was reprimanding her son for something that he did at this one restaurant. And this son was like, "Ha, mom, how did you have somebody following me now? How did you get to know that I did that?" And then she said, well, yesterday I went to that same restaurant and well, I just I enjoyed their food so much that I ended up buying that restaurant. She didn't budget for that restaurant. It wasn't even part of her investment or deals or what, but she just enjoyed the services that was the service that she received there and the food that she received there, and then she thought, I think this place, I think I need to own this place. She doesn't care about the profit. She doesn't care about she just enjoyed what she received there and decided to buy. That's impulse buying. So while bringing it back to our levels, I want to talk about how to deal with that, the impulse budgeting, the impulse buying. So what do we need to do? One, we need to create a budget. So you may ask, what is a budget? A budget is just a clear picture of your money, what's coming in, what's going out. That's the budget. So I received this much money, and from this much money I ended up buying this and that and that and that. I need to buy this and that from that money. So that's a budget. So you may wonder, why do I need to budget? It's very clear and simple. We budget to take control of our finances. I need to be in control of my money, not to be controlled by it. When you just feel like I'm so attracted to this, so let me just buy it. Now you're being controlled by your money. You just enjoy spending. You just enjoy buying. You just enjoying spending on whatever that is. Like your money is your ruler. You are controlled by your money. But here we are saying we need to budget to be in control of it, because I tell it what to do. It doesn't tell me what I need to do with it. So there are many ways of budgeting. There are so many ways of budgeting. We talk about one may ask, how do I create a budget? So this is where we are going to start. For one full month, I want you to track down each and every cent that comes in, each and every income, each and every money that comes in that you receive, whether it's your salary, whether it's your It's a passive income. Maybe you have invested in land and buildings. Now you get rentals each and every month. That's passive income, money that just comes in when you haven't done anything. You already invested, so now it's just coming each and every week, month, or something like that. That's your passive income. I mean, even if you are not working, still that money comes in. That's passive income. Then maybe money from the side hustles that you do. Please write it down, track it. Please record that money. It gives you a clear idea of how much money you make, or maybe money that you receive is gifts or donations, or that's still money that is coming in. So it's your income. So if you track down each and every cent that is coming in, you get an idea of how much income you get per month. Now, let's talk about your spending habits. If you track each and every cent that is going out, each and every money that you spend on, whether it's your airtime, whether it's your vegetables, your tomatoes, I don't know, ice lolo, freezes, like each and everything that you spend on, please put it down, write it down, have a counter book to write each and everything down. This gives you a clear picture of your spending habits. How do you spend your money, right? So now that you know your income is on the top, now you know your spending habits, how you're spending. Now, I want you, from the things that you spend on, I want you to write down, to separate now your needs and your wants. Now, your wants is those things that you can't live without. You certainly can't live without your rentals. If you're renting, you can't live without your transport. You can't live without maybe your data, because probably you may need to communicate. Maybe your business comes from from your phone and everything. You can't live without your airtime. You can't live without your I mean, each and everything, your school fees, each and everything that you can't live without. When you say, if I can't pay this much, then I've disturbed this part of my life. That's your wants. And then now that's your needs. The needs is that's the basic things that you need. Then the wants are the things that you can't live without, those luxurious things that you need, eating out, maybe buying some clothes that you may necessarily live without. I'm talking about those designer clothes or those very expensive clothes, or yeah, I think you understand. Not a uniform. A uniform is a need, because if your child doesn't have a uniform, then what have you done? So I'm talking about things that you can live without. Those are the ones. So now separate your wants, separate your needs. From there now, you now know that there are some certain things on the one side that I can cut off, maybe to put some money in the savings account, or maybe to cut off debt. Because sometimes we may spend money on wants and then we realize we don't have money for needs, and we may end up going to borrow money from someone. So if I know my spending habits, that there are things that I need to cut here, I may take that money now to put on my basic needs. We may be able to reach and attain our financial freedom that we are looking for if you know how to balance your income. Now, let's talk about the budgeting rules. There are many types of budgeting. There's the 70, 20, 10 rule, where we say you choose whichever rule that you want to use. Where you say 70% of my income goes to my basic needs, then 20% goes to my luxury, my wants, and then 10% goes to my savings. Or you may say, let me use the 50, 30, 20 rule, where you say 50% goes to my needs, my basic needs, and then 30% goes to my wants, and then 10% goes to 20% goes to my savings. It's your choice, depending on your income. Sometimes you may find out that your income, you don't have, if you say 50% of my income is going to be you can't even cover your basic needs with only 50% of your income. Maybe you may choose the 70%. Or you may say, this one is not going well for me. Then there's this other one. There are so many, but I just chose 3 only. Then you may use this one, which is my favorite, the envelope system, where I already have all the envelopes because I know my spending habits, so I know what I need to cover. So I have envelopes. If you're saying rentals, transport, airtime and data, I don't know, maybe you have in the internet, you need to cover your internet subscriptions, you need to cover your Spotify, email. I mean, we have so many things that we cover depending on your household. So you have all those envelopes. So even if your income is not yet, because you already know that my income per month is this much, you already have that envelope already waiting for that income. So I already know that I'm going to put my money for my rentals in the envelope for rentals, for transport, for bills, for school fees, each and every envelope has to be covered. Now, when you have extra money, or now you say, I'm going to put on my savings, or even to pay my debt, or I'm going to have more money, I'm going to eat out more this time around, or I'm going to buy clothes, now you have each and every, I even have that envelope for my luxury, for my wants. I just say maybe twice in a month I'll eat out, twice in a month, or I just need to buy clothes this time around. I need to go and enjoy myself on this one. Or even to save for a holiday. I'm going to say, at the end of this year, I'm going to go on a vacation with my family. So you put money in the envelope for vacation, just written vacation. So each and every month you're putting money there. You know that this portion is going there. So this helps you now so that each and every time you are out there, you're in the CBD, you're in this shop, when you see something that attracts your eye, you know that I can't afford it, even if I'm so much attracted to this thing. But you say to yourself, no, I can't afford it because my income already has its envelope. So I'm not going to take money from my rentals to buy something that has attracted me. Just say, I can't afford it, even if you have the money. You say, it already has its own function, so I can't afford to just buy things that randomly attracted me. So try budgeting, try to do your budgets so that you may be able to cover whatever that's needed to be covered, to avoid being in debt, to avoid not having an emergency fund, right? So track your money. You can even use an application, the Cashbook app. It's there. You can use that to write each and every transaction that you have made, or even use a computer, use a spreadsheet, an Excel sheet to write each and every transaction you have. Use a book to write, to track down, know where to cut off, know where you need to improve. And it can actually help you to have other side hustles to cover for the items that you really need. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you again next week as we are going to cover another topic. Probably we talk about debt, how to reduce debt, or even how to manage debt, or maybe have another topic on how to save. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to like this video. And please share with others who may need this information. Have a blessed week.